Well, another day, another dollar. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. For today's installment of our quote series, we're going to discuss the quote of another day, another dollar. And we're going to do so with an infinite banking lens. Now, when I hear this quote, and you tell me down in the comment section if this is how you've interpreted this saying before, that there's this idea of, I think it's Les Brown that says, most folks are working just hard enough to not get fired, and most employers are paying folks just enough so that they don't quit. So there's this idea, and so the etymology from this saying, best I could understand, is that it came from nautical times when sailors had a going wage of $1 a day. So they would take off from port. They would be paid $1 a day. And that in and of itself is really interesting, because here you could be a smaller guy like myself, and then you could have a massive mountain of a man doing greater work perhaps, and perhaps we'd be getting paid the same amount. So that's an interesting thought in and of itself. But in the context, and I've heard this saying personally in my life, I've heard this saying. So in the context that I've heard it before, there's a very reluctant feeling behind the saying. It's negative. I have a negative connotation to this saying. I do. I don't believe that's not my view. My view is that a new day, a new opportunity, everything in the past that led up to that shouldn't be ignored. History shouldn't be ignored, but it's not a direct correlation to what that future holds, right? Because we're planting things on our property right now, for example, and when a seed goes in the ground, there may be a day of nothing, but then green plant, a few inches sticking up out of the ground. So, and all of that was necessary. So let me try and consolidate here to thinking about what it could mean for you and me if we are showing up and we're only in the position of being a sailor, earning our $1 a day. I think one of the biggest differentiating factors is what Nash said in his book when he said the most profitable thing that you could choose to do over your lifetime is to account for your need of finance. Okay, so if we were to put ourselves into the position of becoming our own banker, so I'm not trying to, in this conversation, talk about should you make a career change, should you start a business, should you pursue a particular passion or, a proclivity that you have towards something. Maybe you should decide that for yourself. But I am saying whatever it is that you're already doing now, the most profitable thing that you could choose to do is to be in control of the financing of that thing that you're already doing. See, there's a big difference between a sailor who's working on the ship versus the owner of the ship. Maybe the owner's working on the ship as well, but maybe the owner is not. So who owns the bank in your life? The literal bank. Who owns the bank in your life? Okay. So what if you could become your own banker? That is one stark contrast between someone saying, well, another day, another dollar, same old, right? Beholden to third-party lenders, their terms and conditions, paying them interest, bleeding out our earnings and our cash flows to someone else's bank, instead of having ownership, taking accountability and responsibility for our need of finance, putting ourselves in that position to become our own bankers. It's truly the most profitable thing that we could choose to do over our lifetime. If this quote or input has provoked thought from you, let me know down in the comment section what struck you. Also, if you'd like to have a conversation about how to implement the infinite banking concept into your household or your business or your investing, then you could reach us at 828-817-4223. You can email durhamtalents@gmail.com. This has been a great pleasure for me. Look forward to our next conversation. Have a great day. Take care. Another day, another dollar. Hacer tortilla. Para hacer tortillas se necesita poquita de harina. Poquita de harina para hacer la tortilla. Oh my goodness. That's a song that I sang to my boys back from when I was a Spanish teacher. What? Goodbye now. Goodbye. Take care. So long. See ya. Goodbye.